comedy show. Backline, comedy show. Backline, comedy show. Backline, comedy show. Backline, comedy show.
Oh, wait.
Backline, comedy show. It's one of the oldest Zoom shows in the world. From Omaha, Nebraska. Natalie on tech, Iris the bouncer, and our host, Brooke Barcel. Backline, comedy show. Backline, comedy show. Backline, comedy show. Backline, comedy show. Yeah.
Woo!
Here's Brooke.
Woo! That's our own personal theme song made by the only Ian Ryland Smith, who you will see later. He'll do some jokes for us in a little bit. I'm Brooke Barcel. This is the Backline Comedy Open Mic. Yeah, it's going down on a Tuesday. We've been having fun like this every Tuesday since March something. Some people haven't missed a show. It's fantastic. We've all gotten pretty close, but we always have a big list so that we can have new people too. So we get new people over every week, and they delight us, and we laugh at them. I'm just gonna point out there's a timer up there. Everyone can see it in the gallery. If you're watching us live, it just looks like magic to you, right? It's just magic. Like, how does that happen? But you saw all of us dancing, so you kind of know. Real quick, everyone that's here, can you just say where you are from?
Chicago.
Washington, D.C.
I forgot where I wrote this week.
Terre Haute, Indiana, and I'm embarrassed.
Whitney, let's go, Pennsylvania.
Colorado in the house.
Pennsylvania in the house.
Yeah, pretty much everybody that is here is a comedian, so you're going to hear a lot of funny business. A lot of funny business. We're not going to run the light. We're going to keep it a tight 3. You're going to love it. So many faces and so many funny people. This is really cool. I tell a couple jokes and then we'll get going. My name's Brooke. I spell it with an E, but sometimes I'll spell it wrong. Yeah. And then I'm broke. Then I'm broke. It's not good. It's not good. I prefer 69 O's if I could have my choice, you know. Just keep it a little bit. Just 2, I guess. Just 2. 2, I guess, but I'd prefer 69. Anything can be a 69 if your head is in the right place. I feel like that's important, and it should be on a bumper sticker. Yeah. Don't get your neck in a cramp. It's just a stop on the journey or a practice of mindful meditation. Okay? Focus on the in. Focus on the out. Focus on my lips. And then I'll look you in the eye. 69. I don't know. There is a 69 fairy. I know it's true. They always leave cum underneath my pillow. So that's cool. I mean, nice. It's nice. If you want to summon your own 69 fairy, it just needs to be about 69 degrees outside. Drive 69. Make sure it's legal. I'm not telling you to do anything illegal. And then check your phone battery. It might also be at 69%. All right, that's my time. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't stay there too long, right? Get a neck cramp. Get a neck cramp. All right. So we got a fun list. So many fabulous comedians tonight. Our first comedian, well, he was so funny last week, and you know what? Chances are he's funny every week, and if you book him, he's going to be so funny at your show. Please put your hands together for our first comedian from New York City, Ralph Anthony.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's it, baby. First one to go. Bullet spot, amping me up. Hell yeah. I love that. I love that intro. I felt like it was the 80s and I was doing coke in a bathroom. Like that's oh my God. It had this like weird Miami Vice meets Talking Heads vibe to it. I was like, all right, yeah. Ian, the 80s were the decade before the 90s, which was before when you were born. Thank God. I forgot. I'm gonna be 39 on Saturday, so I'm old apparently.
Looks like the joke's on you then.
I know, dude. I'm such an old man. It sucks. It's fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible, man. I've been thinking lately. It's funny how kids have no concept of money. Like kids have no concept of money. They don't know what rich or poor means, and yet Monopoly is one of the most popular games that kids play today. It's the most popular game they play, and they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea. They have no idea how close to real life Monopoly is. Living in poverty, going to jail. Why don't they just call it life? No? Monopoly gives adults panic attacks because they know what's up. Rent, taxes, going to jail. That's like real life grown folk problems. I think I think most kids love playing Monopoly. That's why 25 million adults live at home with their parents still. They were like, this is just a game. What is this? I didn't know I could get evicted. You can get evicted, and you do not collect the $200. You could just go. I didn't realize, when I was a kid, I had no idea how little money my family actually had. Like I didn't know how little we had, but I had an inkling. I had an idea. I had a couple thoughts. The first came to me when I was about 7 years old, 6 years old. I didn't know that TVs used to have knobs on them. I was just used to turning a pair of pliers. That's Ian. TVs used to have knobs on them. And then then a few years later, my mom decided to tell me that I asked Santa Claus for too many things. All right, I ran out of time. Thank you. You guys
That was perfect. Thank you, Ralph Anthony. Way to start us off.
Thank you.
Woo!
I'm lost in the time too, and I'm just enjoying it. And no, we got to keep it going so that we don't get burned out, so we can keep doing this every week. And that was fantastic. Put your information in the chat so that people can follow you if they don't already. Yeah, and on the live stream, we got people watching us.
Oh, far out. Yeah, what up, bud?
They're gonna want in on this. All right, so on deck is Bill Douglas, our next comedian. She's from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. She's gonna be on Contagious this Friday. So if you want some joy, I don't know what that means. We'll communicate in a minute. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, she will get 3 minutes. She's on Contagious this Friday. It's every Friday. It's super fun. This one's going to be a little special, but we'll get into that. We don't want to hear Brooke talk all the time. Okay, let's keep going. Please put your hands together for our next comedian from Ontario, Canada, and Quebec. Desiree Wall.
I love this mic so much. Oh shit, I can't find it. Okay, there it is. I had to find the timer. Okay. Yeah, so I have a new bit, but I don't know if I can do all of it. So we'll try. So I am Canadian, as Brooke said. I'm from Toronto, and I am enjoying doing these Zoom mics with Americans. It's fun. I'm learning so much about America. For example, last week I discovered that New Jersey was a state. Yes, it turns out for most of my life, I have thought New Jersey was a suburb of New York. Yeah. I'm getting it confused with Staten Island, apparently. Yeah, and I want to put a nice, like, little fun tag at the end of that. But the only things I know about Staten Island are mean. So if anybody like has a fun fact about Staten Island that is not mean, let me know. I tried to do some research myself and I looked up facts about Staten Island. And I got 13 things about Staten Island from their tourism. All of them are also mean. Like they're not tourist things. Like the best one was it has the largest garbage dump in the United States. Like that's not a fact you put on a tourism thing. It's more of a thing you hide when people come over. Like, don't look to the left. There's a lot of garbage. Yeah. I'm also learning about Uncrustables. We don't have these in Canada. They're the frozen peanut butter sandwiches. I'm told they're very similar to the white trash cousin of the Pop-Tart or the red-headed stepchild of the Pizza Pocket. And really, my question to you Americans is, wouldn't it be easier to make a peanut butter sandwich? Like with an Uncrustable, you have to thaw it and cook it and then eat it. Another comedian was nice enough to tell me that you don't have to do any of that. You just eat them frozen. And again, Americans, more questions than I have answers. Because why are we paying money for the worst day of grade school when the ice pack fell on top of the sandwich? I don't understand. And then another comedian said, no, like you just take it out of the fridge and let it thaw naturally. And now my question is it a friend or is food? I gotta go, I ran out of time.
Well done. If it ever expires, you can use it for an ice pack. Did this make anyone else want to go to Canada and do comedy and tell them a bunch of American stuff? Some of us, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I would. In my heart.
Please come and watch on Friday. Watch Desiree in Contagious. She's gonna do a 15-minute set. I'm really excited to see it. Woo! All right, on deck now. We didn't see Carly yet, so it might be Michael. Otherwise, our next comedian, he finished his first box of Pop-Tarts in a decade. Whoa! How impressive! From New Hampshire. And the Concord part of New Hampshire. Please put your hands together for the super funny Bill Douglas.
All right. Thank you, Brooke. Good evening, everybody. Boy, I tell you, 2020, huh? I think we just have to remember that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with 14 days of quarantine. It's weird how my wife tries finding shapes in clouds, you know, animals, flowers, faces. I tried. Hey, look, boobs, big boobs, little boobs, round boobs, lumpy boobs. She's like, clever, Bill. Let's keep looking. Hey, is that Bill sleeping on the couch, not getting any? Hey, look over there. That's Bobby from college, the guy I should have married. I guess I better enjoy these cloud boobs. There's the only ones I'm seeing this week. As a kid, I hated playing pin the tail on the donkey. I never felt more inept. So now as an adult, I've traded in the donkey and its tail for my wife and her G-spot. I mean, I search. But pretty soon I get, Bill, let's try another game. How about Red Rover, send a vibrator right over. Whenever it rains, I get this weird puddle in my garage. The other day I called my wife over and I said, honey, does it look like a vagina? And she's like, why? Because there's a dick looking at it? It's crazy. I look at fossils of animals that were wiped out by that meteor 65 million years ago, And it's as if they gave their final pose no thought at all. You know, they're like, I mean, maybe I shouldn't judge them. They had brains the size of walnuts, you know, much like today's Instagram models. But once I'd like to see this. You know, think Jurassic selfies. You know? I mean, weren't any dinosaurs parting at the end? Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, where are those fossils? You know? How about T-Rexes high-fiving? Okay, bad example. I'm just under 5'9". It's hard being short. On my walk the other day, I passed this hot woman with a Pekingese, and I heard her say, "Come on, little guy." So I followed her 6 blocks home. Didn't get any kibble or bits. Thank you very much. I'm Bill Douglas.
From Concord, New Hampshire, everyone. Bill Douglas. Yeah, very funny. Okay. I don't think we saw Carly yet. Is that affirmed? Is that affirmed? There's no Carly yet. All right. So on deck now is Trish Sullivan, our next comedian. He's from Chicago. I just saw him crush it at another Zoom mic, so he's gonna probably do it to us. Please put your hands together for the very funny Michael Cooper.
Hey, y'all. Hey, I hope everybody's doing good. Thank you, Brooke, for doing this. Listen, y'all, I think we do holidays wrong. I think, like, even with Thanksgiving, where we get the history of it mostly wrong, we still have some grip of history. You know what holiday we don't have that for is Labor Day, which is a day that was supposed to be used to commemorate the achievements of the working class in America. So we should be spending that time learning about some of these achievements, learning about Joe Hill, learning about Mother Jones. But you know what? We're not gonna. Most of the heroes of the working class in this country, you don't know who they are. For instance, you know how them golf courses, how the rich folks are always hanging out on those golf courses? Whoever it was that decided to put alligators out there, they're a fucking hero. One of y'all had some background noise, so shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, I don't know why we stopped at alligators on golf courses, though. Why not water moccasins in the penthouses? Bears running around on the Ivy League campuses. There's lots of fun stuff you can have there. In fact, I think that if your school has a mascot, whatever that mascot is, should be allowed to roam free. We'd get way fewer racist mascots that way. You know? Can you imagine if your school was like, we're the Wisconsin offensive word for Native Americans, and there was just an indigenous person who got to go around just killing motherfuckers there all the time? That'd be great. I am a socialist. I'm a socialist and I'm an alcoholic. And I do wish that folks on the right understood that as an alcoholic and a socialist, Molotov cocktails are in fact very conflicting for me. I need folks to start accepting that I am making a sacrifice. Just in case there's any law enforcement listening, because you got to be careful what you say. I'm just kidding. That's not how Molotov cocktails are made. Okay, here's how you make a Molotov cocktail. Sorry, wrong meeting. Wrong meeting. All right. Well, listen, that's my time. Y'all deserve better.
What?
I want to say real quickly, Brooke, you've been a hero throughout this whole pandemic by putting this together every week. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Y'all give it up for Brooke.
Woo, Brooke!
Thank you, Michael. That means a lot. I don't know if all you were here last week, but my lips were really in a lot of pain. I was hurting a lot and I pushed through it. And I don't know, part of me, maybe I shouldn't have, maybe I should have just took the night off, but I don't know. It's just something about you guys keeps me coming back, and you give me a lot of strength too. So, yes, thank you, Michael Cooper. On deck is Stephen Douglas and his bird, I hope. If not, Stephen is great as well. From Chicago, she has a show every month called Is It Hot in Here? And it's a hot show. It's all ladies, and it's fantastic every time. She says stay home. Yeah, and she says to wear a mask. Why not? Do it when you're home. Do it when you're not home. Please put your hands together for Trish Sullivan.
Woo! That's me. So I've been thinking a lot about quarantine because I live in Chicago and they just put even more restrictions on us, although that's not changing my behavior in any way at all because I've been acting like I've been in complete quarantine since March. So you're welcome. But I've learned some things and I have some advice. I know a lot of people have trouble like, when was it the last time I showered? Do I need to take a bath? If you have to ask, if you don't remember when you took a shower or a bath, it is time to take a shower or a bath. Fucking do it. This is a corollary to the best advice my brother ever gave me, which was when somebody offers you a breath mint, take it. That's not a joke. That's just good advice. Another thing I've learned in this pandemic is that you can be both agoraphobic and claustrophobic at the same time. I don't think people realize that. You just need to sprinkle in a little germophobia, and then you're golden. You can have like the triple crown of phobias. I think Ralph is gone. He was talking about being old. He's not even 40. Under 40. He's certainly under 50. If you are under 50, stop telling me how fucking old you are. You're not you're not even old unless you're over 60. And even then, maybe not. You know, you can be a young 60, right? Like, you know.
Be a young 69.
You can be a young 69. That is correct, Brooke. So stop telling me how old you are. I'll tell you about old. I'm a middle-aged suburban white woman. You can see it. That's what I am. Clearly. I used to read a Facebook group called "What Would Virginia Woolf Do?" And the answer is she would kill herself. But one day on that list, people were talking about the stupid shit women do to make themselves more attractive to men. And one woman said that she did her own Brazilians. Her own Brazilians. That's gotta hurt so much. But really, all I could think of is she must be so limber. I can't even clip my own toenails. What the hell? So I have time for one more joke, and it's an old one for me. A couple of years ago, in the before times, I was out in front of the Backline with Brooke. And this really drunk, really high 20-something guy came up and asked, trying to get our attention. And he finally said, I would never rape a 50-year-old woman. Is it bad that I'm flattered that he thinks I'm 50? I'm done. Bye.
Trish Sullivan from Chicago. Is it hot in here? Look it up on Instagram. Give it a follow. I'm just practicing awareness building right now. Okay? Don't be scared. Still me. Okay? All right. On deck now is KJ Whitehead, our next comedian from Bangor, Maine. He says to promote some love, some laughter, and some happiness. We're doing it all night. Right now, please put your hands together for the very funny Stephen Douglas.
Woo! Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? So good to be here. So I made up this little skit, and I thought I'd call it Crazy Thoughts in a Short Story. So, you know, I was wondering if a cow was lactose intolerant, how would you know? Like if she eats grass and she farts, and then she drinks milk and farts, who do you tell? And how do you know if she is? You know, I always thought every kind of milk out there is white, no matter if it's cow's milk or soy milk or goat's milk or almond's milk, it's all white. Why ain't there any black cows giving black milk? I've always wondered that. If you crossed a chicken and a cow, would you call it chow? If you crossed a chick and a kitten, do you get chicken? The funny thing happened. I want to tell you a little story. Funny thing happened before my daddy died. I'd like to share with y'all. About 6 months before he died, he went to the store and he got himself a real-looking fake player, and he brought it home and he put it in the bathroom. And every time my stepmom would walk by, he'd pretend he'd be water. Well, when he was on his deathbed, he told me, he said, son, I want you to do me a favor. I said, what's that, Dad? He said, well, I've been playing a joke on your mama for a little while, and I want you to keep it up for 3 years, because 3 is our lucky number. I said, okay, what's the joke? So he told me about it. So I go back home, and, after a couple of weeks, I tell my mom, I said, look, I got to move out. I'll come check on you every now and then. So I kept checking on her. Well, the final time I checked on her, I went into her. I said, hey, Mama, how you doing? She said, I'm good. Well, she was at the plant watering it. I said, oh, the plant looks pretty good, huh? She said, yeah, it does. But it's starting to smell funny, and I don't really understand why. Well, I started laughing. I said, well, I got to tell you something. I said, Daddy told me that was a fake plant. Well, we had a real good laugh for a few minutes, and then she grabbed that plant, slapped me upside the head with it. She said, you know what? Your daddy had a good sense of humor. He had you, didn't he? I said, all right. My stepmama, she's a good woman, though. She's going to have a baby. She watching a lot of these French movies, so she had this idea she was going to name a kid, name her boy after a French name. Wanted to give it a French sounding name and spelling and all that. So she named it Bob, but she spells it with 2 O's. That's my time. Thank y'all very much.
Stephen Douglas, everybody. Just a little skit, just a little skit he put together. Very clever. So glad you're here. Okay, on deck now is... Did I say on deck last time? I don't think I even said it last time. That's weird. Okay, on deck now is Lisa Wood. Okay, our next comedian has an album on Spotify called The Haggard Unicorn and is Queer Lady, KW, KJ Whitehead, KW, Ear Lady, Queer Lady, _K on Twitch. And she streams live a bunch of times, like I think 5 times a week or something. Three times a week. Yeah, 3 times a week. Right now, please put your hands together for the very funny KJ Whitehead.
Hello, everyone. I'm KJ, or if you know me on Twitch and you see me on my streams, I'm Queer Lady K, or just queer because who isn't these days? I'm happy to see you all and stuff. Oh, this is fantastic. First of all, following off of what Trish was saying, fuck men. Honestly, that's how you know that sexuality is not a choice. It's true that one of the things is that what you hear a lot is that sexuality is not a choice. We're just born that way, and that's true. But that's not the reason that I believe. That's not my argument. If sexuality was a choice, there would be no straight women. Every single man in this fucking world would be fucked. That is the truth. Honestly, let's talk about Thanksgiving for a second. It's coming up. Sadly, I can't be with my family for Thanksgiving because of COVID, and that's whatnot. And on the other hand, this is another perfect holiday to tell white people to go back to where they came from. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy that this is the case. I will definitely have a sign that says that 2 days from now. But I mentioned the queer community, and I love the queer community. And because of COVID, I think that we need something in this queer community that we can all be proud of. So I propose that there be a podcast with trans masculine or trans men of folks talking about tea, and it would be called Tea on Tea. And That would be the name of the podcast. But here's the thing: it'll be trans folks that talk that take testosterone drinking tea. So it'd be tea on tea with tea, and more so. And it'll be on the network revitalized TNT. So it'll be tea on tea with tea on TNT. And guess what the theme song will be? TNT by AC/DC. So it'll be tea on tea with tea on TNT, played by TNT by AC/DC. I'm so fucking proud of that. That did not get the credit that it deserved. I had a friend that I went over their house recently. They have 2 kids, and these 2 kids were running all over the place. And my friend joked that, hey, with all these kids running around, you must feel like you're in a pinball machine, kind of, right? Well, my father did knock me around quite a few times as a child, so sure. Yeah, I shouldn't have closed with that one, but Lady K on Twitch, thank you so much.
AJ Whitehead! Woo! I knew when I looked up the clock, I'm like, that's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and you had such a strong joke right then. And it's like hard to like start again or like build up again, but still.
If only it wasn't depressing.
Woo! We've got a lot of new people coming up in a row, so I just want to do a reminder. When you go up, put it on gallery view so you can see everyone. And then Natalie has a timer in her window. We do 3-minute sets, and then we pretty much cut you off. So we don't mean to be rude, but we want to also have 40 comedians in a couple hours time. So, and they all get their time. All right, so our next comedian on deck is Jenny Mann from Houston. But right now, oh gosh, this lady is fabulous. I met her through Sauce in the City. If any of you haven't heard of Sauce in the City, you need to check it out. If you're in Las Vegas or if you're around Las Vegas, December 6th, there's a really, really big show. She kind of mixes improv with stand-up a little bit. There's a lot of fun games. But then it's always you. It's always you being your character, you being so silly, you being amazing. And I think you're going to see that with her. She's from Indiana, hot Indiana. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. Yeah. And then also Space Bangers. Check out Space Bangers, whatever Space Bangers are. Please put your hands together for Lisa Wood.
Woo! Hello, Backline Comedy. My name is Lisa, and I'm here to tell you, as I've gotten older, I've discovered I do 3 things that I can't control. When I laugh, when I cough, or I sneeze. I piss, I queef, and I fart. I piss or fart. I went to my friend at work, and I told her about it. And she's like, oh, girl, get you some Benoit balls. Get you some Benoit balls. So I went and got me some Benoit balls, but you know what? They're expensive. So I went to that place where you just would hurry up and get there. So yeah, they got there 6 months later. Put those things in there. I had 3. 3 went in, but only 2 came out. Yeah, I'll stay in there too. But one thing, I don't get lost because I can find magnetic north in my vagina. One thing you should know about me is I have a dick doctorate. Say with me, dick doctorate. Yes, that's right. And today's letter is H. I want to talk about something called hydrostatus. That's where the skeet comes out at anywhere but the top. It can come out of the side. It can come out of the front. It don't come out of the top. I was with a man one day, and just when I thought I was going to get it in the eye, it went and hit the dog and the cat. The dog went yipping away. The cat got mad and came up and tried to scratch his balls off. Guess what? Pussy don't play that. Yeah. The other thing I want to tell you about is something called hidden penis. I was with a guy, and I unzipped his pants, and there was his penis. It looked like a little turtle.
Oh my God.
And I was like, turtle, blah. And I'm like, I'm out. And I grabbed my purse to leave. And he's like, oh, I see you like designer purses. I'm like, yeah, but later, turtle, I'm out. And he's like, if you come over here and hug up with me, I'll buy you one of those designer purses. Ha-ho, is that the way we go? Yeah, I dug that hidden penis out. And guess what? and my purse arrived. I opened up the package. I laughed. I giggled. I pissed. I quiffed. I farted. Thank you. Have fun, Backline.
Don't make her laugh too hard. She's gonna queef and piss and fart. I get it now when like beautiful people say such. It's like, wow, okay, and such a pretty hat. Such a beautiful, beautiful dildo. Right. One more round of applause for Lisa Wood. Woo! Okay. All right. That's enough silliness. Okay. We're going to get serious for a bit. Probably not. Probably not. On deck is PJ Keen, our next comedian. I just saw her crush at another open mic before this. Please put your hands together from Houston, Texas, Jenny Mann.
Hey everyone, I'm Jenny Mann. Nice to see y'all again. My last name spells M-A-N, man, and it reads just like how it's how it sorry, it pronounces just like how it reads. And some people look at my last name and they're like, no, M-A-N, it can't be that simple. So they're like, Mon? Miss Jenny Mon? How can I help you, Miss Jenny Mon? But yeah, it actually it's quite simple. You know, there's man, there's woman. I thought man is a reasonably common word. You don't go there's mon, there's woman. You know what else do people overcomplicate? Finding love. You just find someone you love who loves you back. That's simple, right? True story. So during quarantine, I was telling my friend Pat how I was feeling hopeless, and Pat was so sweet. She took a day off from work to get me this book from the store called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. And she also got me an Alexa, which has changed the way I carry out conversations. I've learned to always say the person's name first before I say anything. When I feel down, I'll go to Alexa and be like, hey, Alexa, how's it going? And Alexa would be like, today, I'm feeling fine. But today I'm feeling fine. But you know, there's this app that translates cat mouse into words. Have you heard? I just got one question. Meow. And I would feel that life is hopeful again, somebody there to make me laugh. And then when I have lunch with Alexa, I'd be like, Alexa, what are you eating? And she'd be like, while I enjoy food, my taste is better reflected in the company I keep. Well, isn't that the sweetest thing? The only other time when somebody has said something so sweet to me was when I received this card in the mail, and it says, Jenny, if you ever need anything, we're here for you. Toyota is a longtime family friend. Over the years, they've sent me so many heartwarming messages, despite my lack of response. This is what you call unconditional love. Yeah. So yeah, after spending a week with Alexa, Pat was asking me, how's the book I gave you? And I told her, well, I don't know about the book, but I think I'm in love. I met someone who's always there for me. We share many common interests. She loves music. She can play any song I ask her to. Very talented. You know, people say true love is worth the wait. True love is on sale for $29.99 this Black Friday.
Put your hands together one more time for Jenny. Jenny, if you put your like Instagram or Snapchat or something in the chat, then the people can follow you. The people. The hilarious other comedians that are here that are also doing really cool things. There's a lot of people that host shows in here. A lot of them that are producers and book shows. So they're very good people to connect with. On deck now is Cody Webb. Our next comedian is from Boston, Massachusetts. He's a member of the Hot Breath Comedy Network. Hot breath. Sounds hot. Everybody, please put your hands together for PJ Keen. Woo! Woo!
Thank you. First though, let's give it up one more time for Brooke. Everybody, please.
Thank you.
Because a give it up for the host round of applause feels just as good as one meant for me. I was a tattoo artist for 15 years before I started doing comedy. When people hear that, they say, why don't you tell more jokes about that job? By round of applause, who here can relate to tattooing another human being? That's why I don't do it. But now, when they find out I'm a comic, most of them ask me to tell them a joke. So I say, well, what do you do for a living? Like, oh, you build houses? Okay, well, I know you don't have like a hammer and nails or like the land to build it on, but if you build me a house right now, I'll make fun of it. I don't know if you can tell by my face, but I have what's called Bell's palsy. And if you aren't up on rare diseases, it gives you stroke face. But without all the brain damage.
Oh,
So
nice.
really, it's like diet stroke. All that stroke flavor, minus the street cred, the bragging rights, the super convenient parking spots. Like it's not an ice cold regular stroke. It just fucks up your face a bit. Diet stroke. But enough about that. Recently, I started learning from my mistakes. For example, I make a lot of them. And now I know that. Jumping to conclusions has much worse consequences when you have severe depression. I mean, like you're already on the edge. Let's see, looking at the time, look at the time. Let's go with my closer now. All right, for my closer, I wanna try something new. I'm gonna break this out just for you guys. I don't really share this with this many people, but I'm actually a pretty decent rapper. So I'd like to bust out a little something for y'all. If you're ready for this. Like, look at that. You can't even see the cake. There's like a bow on it and everything. This is a little something I like to call stage presence. Thank you.
Okay, PJ, we see you.
Yeah.
We see you. Let's put our hands together for PJ Keene.
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna say this to everyone. You are welcome back every single week. I would love to have all of you here every single week. But if it's bringing you, if you're tired, if you have some other commitment, it's not a big deal. Once a month is fine. Or just say hi sometimes. But y'all are fantastic and awesome, and you make the world a better place. And it's good for us to connect and hold hands and then do that Care Bear stare out into the world with our joy. Right? Okay. On deck now is Will Smith, but I know him as Willie C. Smith. Our next comedian, he's no stranger to this mic. He's from Portland, Oregon. He just started an unemployment mic on Wednesdays. It's at 1 p.m. Pacific. So if you're unemployed, it's a perfect mic for you. Please put your hands together for Cody Webb.
Woo! Been watching a lot of sports lately, and I think it's really weird how basketball and baseball have the exact opposite solutions to women playing their sports. Like with basketball, when women wanted to play, the people in charge were like, oh yeah, totally, come on in. We're just gonna make the ball a bit smaller for you because you got smaller hands. Everybody on board with that. But when when women went to the people in charge of baseball, they basically said, all right, you can play baseball, but on a few conditions. One, we're gonna call your sport softball so no one thinks you're manly. 2, we're gonna start a rumor that all softball players are lesbians. 3, We're gonna have you throw upside down. I don't know what that means. You figure it out. And 4, here's a grapefruit. That's the ball now. Go fuck yourselves. Speaking of fuck, my mom thinks I shouldn't swear on stage. Perfect segue, I know, right? My mom thinks I shouldn't swear. She's told me I would be so much funnier if I didn't swear. Which, first of all, is my mom really so self-centered that she thinks she's my target demographic? No, okay? I write jokes for people like me. 24-year-old former child prodigies who peaked at 3 years old and have been depressed ever since. Seriously, if my jokes are landing best with 50-year-old construction workers, something has gone terribly wrong. Like, and the second thing I want to say is, why would a non-comic tell me how to make my set better? Would any of you go up to Van Gogh and be like, hey man, love your stuff. I think you'd be a lot better if you just stopped using the color yellow. No, none of you would do that, okay? A, none of you speak Dutch, and B, you don't know what you're talking, okay? Let the master do his work. And yes, in this metaphor, I am acclaimed painter Vincent van Gogh. But I think it works. We've both sold almost the same number of paintings. We are both criminally underappreciated in our own time. And we're both slowly being poisoned by the hobbies that we love. This is my time. Thank you so much. I've been Cody Webb.
Woo! 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 Uh-oh. I think that this is what they call breaking the seal or something. Something where it's like when you can't stop peeing when you're drinking, but we can't stop laughing because there's so many funny people here. Yeah, every one of you. Oh man. All right. Oy. Sorry. Oy. Carmela is maybe gonna be later, so we might have. We're doing it. We're figuring it out, right? We gonna know what's going on. Our next comedian, he's from Denver, Colorado. He's also a part of the Sauce in the City with Brenda Brown. So if you're in Las Vegas around December 6th, there's a really big show at the Red Palms, and they're gonna have 12 different comedians kind of do this like stand up, but like improvise, like riff on this, riff on that. People are gonna sit and eat and have dinner and just enjoy the show. Should be really, really cool. He's from Denver. He's very, very funny. Please put your hands together for Willie C. Smith.
Hey y'all, what's going down with every last one of y'all? And like I normally say, this your Colorado comedian telling you, what's up? As we do it out there in what we say in Colorado, than how I normally do it off of what they say is a Sauce in the City type thing, guys. We don't really call it like a couple, like a spit or a stick or anything like that. I call it a 60-second bitch. The reason why I call it a 60-second bitch is because I'm about to actually sit what I got to do and cry and complain for the next 60 seconds about nothing because I can't do nothing about it. I voted and that vote didn't count. So we all know how that works out. I've also done some things out there with political people, and those political people have actually messed me up. So thank you a lot, Mr. Number 45. I mean 46. I mean 42. I mean, you know, that one number guy. He's pretty cool. But number 45 is a pretty cool guy. Matter of fact, he actually gave me a phone call yesterday and said, Will, I need your vote. And I said, you know what? I actually put it with my banking account, which is supposed to be with my checking account. So as soon as my banking account talks to my checking account's going to end up talking with you. And then you can actually get back with me and let me know that my lights is off, my rent is due, and I'm still waiting on a stimulus check. Is anybody else got their stimulus check out there? Raise your hand. Anybody? Okay. I didn't get mine either. So we all in the same boat. When y'all get y'all stimulus check, let me know because I need some money. My man, Mr. 45, had promised me that I was supposed to be paid for this, but everybody knows that we don't get paid for jokes. If we got paid for jokes, then everybody would be the smartest people in the world. We'd be a lot richer. And I'm pretty sure COVID won't be COVID. It'll be chronic, so you guys should give me your stimulus check. I'll let you get some chronic from Colorado. You notice how there's a lot of C's going along this? That's why I'm your Colorado comedian, Willie C. Smith. Now, let's actually move from this area over to something different and go, what does everybody like to smoke on? Me personally, I'm like a Newport type person, Marlboro-ish, I've done the Pall Malls once in a while, but the real thing that everybody really doesn't know is, hey guys, Colorado Green will have you looking this mean. So if you stay away from looking this mean, then you're not really smoking Colorado Green. Damn. If you remember that rhyme, you remember that time. Also put forth that December 6th, you'll catch this kid doing a whole lot of burning and blazing in places that you will love to be, like the Las Vegas Strip, in the Red Palms. Me, Lisa Wood, 10 other comedians, and some other people are coming out there. I think somebody knows what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I got to go get in my plane right now, so I got to go. Holla!
I'll give you all a couple seconds there just to laugh, take all of that in. Willie C. Smith from Denver, Colorado. Yeah, be watching out for him. He's going to do a tour. He'll be everywhere. So if he comes to your city, just throw him up on the stage. He'll do that and a whole lot more. Woo! Okay. Our next comedian. Oh, wait. On deck is Luke Schneider. Our next comedian, she hosts Haley Hackett Talks and Storytelling Mike. There's another name for it, but it's not coming to my mind at the moment, and that's okay. Please put your hands together for Haley Hackett.
Thank you. It's the story. I call it the Storytelling Mic. It's part of the show.
Another time, another place.
Yeah, another time, another place. Look, you know the name better than I do, but y'all should come if you like it. Yeah, I don't know. I got bangs recently, and it's not because I went through a terrible breakup or anything. It's because I'm working from home, and the minute me and my boyfriend move in together, he fucks off and gets a job. Like, how did you not have a job the whole other part of our relationship? And now I'm alone. Feel like such a fucking housewife. He's like, baby, I'll be home at 8. Can you make dinner? Like, it's 2020. No. I'm so mad. I have salmon on the grill right now. This is some bull. Like, it's what, and that's fancy too. I love him because I made him salmon. It's not some like whatever. Anyways, I want to talk about the fact that I'm really tired of being a woman. I've been tired of being a woman. This is ridiculous because honestly, women only have one responsibility their whole life. They really do. No matter how old they are, no matter where they are in their life, like no matter what they do, no matter how much money they make, they only have one responsibility. Y'all want to guess what it is? Some of you all probably already know, but it's don't get raped. All you gotta do is just don't get raped. That's the number one responsibility of a woman, and it's tiring because that's such a primal thing. Like that's some medieval type thing. And meanwhile, men aren't out killing oxen and bringing it back to the family. They're not, outside all the time and laboring and stuff. They're out here getting fucking pedicures and convincing me to go Dutch on dinners. Like that's that's so mad. And I'm still out here just grabbing my pussy trying to make sure it doesn't get stolen. Like that. Listen, rape is always going to be a thing. It's always going to be a thing, and we have to deal with it. I just want the technology to get better. We have great home security systems. Can I get a pin pad on my thigh, as a security system for my pussy? Like, I want my rapist to guess my passcode. Like, but what year was this bitch born? And then I want him to be wrong because I moisturize. It's just. I don't know. If you're not like the Silicon Valley type, if you're not into some technology for the puss, like German Shepherds work. We train German Shepherds to smell out all sorts of things. Weed, cocaine, black people. Like, why can't we teach German Shepherds to smell out some pre-cum? It just feels. I want a German Shepherd for my pussy. That's the punchline for this joke. It's 3 minutes, right? I'm gonna fuck off. Thank you guys so much.
be a raper. Boy, it's rough out there, y'all. Luckily, there's a lot of really talented, funny people here. This is really cool. Y'all like this? This is neat. Okay, I'm having a good time. On deck is Elvin. Elvin, you are on deck. Missed ya. Glad you're here.
Yep.
Next comedian, he's from Chicago. He has a YouTube link for me to say. It's www.youtube.com/channel/ Here you go. You ready?
Hell yeah.
UCUTV_UCUTS7R. When you plug something, it needs to be something that I can say that makes sense, if you don't mind. Anywho, like I said, from Chicago, please put your hands together for Luke Schneider.
Yo, hey, what's up? Check out WZX932. Hot spyware coming to your computer. I had to move back in with my parents for a little bit, and they watch the nightly news. And I love the nightly news because it's an hour long, and at the end, the news guy goes, and that's the news for today. And I was like, that is sweet. That is all the news we're getting. That's all we're getting for today. Anyways, I love the Jackass series a lot. I think it's pretty cool, and I like it so much that anytime anything like really horrible happens in the world, I kind of imagine that the Jackass guys are behind it, because that just like somehow brightens my day. Like if in 2008 the Jackass guys were like, "My name's Johnny Knoxville, and this is the subprime loan bonanza," and Steve-O is standing there with his dick out, and he's like, "Let's do some bad paperwork." It's like, "My name is Wee Man, and this is the Monsanto corporate lawyer." and then it's Steve-O with his dick out. Okay. I was in the job market for a little bit. I was having a hard time, and I think it's because I've been saying resume wrong. You have to put the accent on the E as resume. Anyways, this is pretty good. But now I'm working. I'm a working fella, and I've been. I always love how emails start off. They always start off with just curious and just wondering. It's like we're just a bunch of wanderlust people that haven't got up from the chair in 9 months. All right. Well, can I share my screen? I have a show and tell. Is that allowed?
Yeah, try it and see if it works.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll see if anyone's paying attention, but can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah, so I teach kids in China English, aka our future rulers, and I try to please them, these 8-year-olds, but they always the whatever company like makes our lessons, and I just want to share this specific lesson that I got the other day, and it was food options in America. And I had to read this, and I went, 100% of people always eat bread. 90% of people usually eat pizza. 70% of people often eat meat. 50% of people sometimes eat pasta. And listen up, kids, 0% of people never eat duck blood. So that's it. Also, one time some kid showed me showed me some bullets, and then I think this one is the one time a kid showed me his gun. So all right, but all right, it was just a joke. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Wow. Please put your hands together one more time for Luke Schneider. Woo! Thank you. We tried. We might have put the link up on the YouTube we might have put your YouTube link up in the live stream chat. I'm not sure. But
Okay.
thank you. That was a lot of fun. All right, on deck now. If Sarah is not here, then we've got this unicorn farts lady next. All hearts and unicorn farts. If Sarah shows up, then she'll be on deck. But I think we're going to get a special treat. Right now, also a special treat from Stockton, California. Please put your hands together for Elvin Molente.
Yeah. Woo.
Woo, thank you, Brooke. Yeah, glad to be back at the Backline 69. Woo, all right.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, shouts out to Luke's link, YouTube link, www whatever ZL12. I don't know if that's his YouTube link or his security pin for the pussy.
YouTube link. YouTube link.
Yeah. You know what? PJ mentioned he had the stroke face. I have the blind face. Yeah. But it didn't affect my vision at all. No. It just affected my my aim. Yeah, my aim. You know what? Yep, California. I don't know if you guys heard, but we are in the purple. But it got me really confused because purple, last time I checked, I thought it was a good thing. Yeah, Purple Rain, Prince, right? Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix, Barney the dinosaur, he's purple. Yeah. These days is either you're gonna die or we have a 10 p.m. curfew in California. Yeah, crazy. I don't know who hired the person or whoever was in charge of the color chart. I mean, they should have just hired me and make it even more confusing because I would have put Braille on that thing. Oh, my goodness. You know what? The other day, my wife ended up telling me I have gay ass hands, and I was like, "What? Gay ass hands? What's she talking about? Gay ass hands?" Yep, she said I have gay ass hands. I mean, I admit I have soft hands. I mean, I wish I had manly man hands. I mean, really, like them dudes that be working in construction. Upon generation and generations of manly man hands. Like even grandma has manly man hands than me. Whew, my goodness. I mean, like, okay, like yeah, like I told my wife, baby, these hands get the job done. Yeah. When I'm in the kitchen washing the dishes. Yeah. Anyway, that's my time, y'all. Thank you.
Woo! Keep it going for Alvin, everyone, and whoever's eating and clinking their bowl and their spoon. I did hear a clink clank, so if that's your clink clank, mute and then unmute when it's laugh time. Thank you, Alvin. That was awesome. So glad to have you back.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so did we have a Sarah show up yet? Okay, cool. Well, not cool because she's hilarious, but so is this lady. You know how we had a couple of these Sauce in the City people in here tonight? She is another one of them. I don't think she'll be there December 6th, but her and I are going to be in Las Vegas sometime, and we're going to be on that stage with all these fantastic people. Her screen says all hearts and unicorn farts, but I know her as Miss Virginia Diaz Harper. So everybody, please put your hands together for her. Woo! Woo! Virginia. Woo! Woo!
You're muted.
You're muted. We can't hear you.
Oh.
Are you ready for this cherry?
Yes.
My mom's from Thailand and my dad is Puerto Rican. So this is what you get. You get this Hawaiian. Aloha. Ow. Hola?
Yeah.
Mexico?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I could be anything you want me to be. I could be Indian. Whatever will get me by as brown, I'll take it in America because I'm American. But what I wanted to share was when my mom was raising me, it's different how we train children and teach them about sexuality. And I think we have to go back to old school Tam. My mom, she laid it out there. She put it out there and she was dirty and she was raw. So I hope you can handle this now. It's called The Dark Side of Dating and Mating Dick. When I was about 13 years old, she figured out that I liked the penis, but I didn't indulge in the penis. And she was like, no, Virginia, look, I'll give you 3 rules about dating the dick, okay? Very serious, very. Number 1, beware the dirty dick. Now, when you're young, you're like, okay, is it like a hygiene thing? She's like, you stupid. I talk about the disease, the drip, nasty. You know, make it. I don't know. Virginia, that's not important more. The second important, sometimes you know the dick, it goes straight. Sometimes the dick bend. Sometimes it bend, it hurt, it's not good. Beware the bend dick. Number 2. Number 3, you understand, because I know you like Sailor Man. I know a lot of lady. The man, he go on the boat. He go far away. Not one zip code. Whole ocean. Whole continent. She become a widow. Westpac widow. She sometimes have a boyfriend, you know, when the husband away. We have fun. But then the husband come home 6 months. And the man, he come knocking in your door. Give me your pussy. I don't care if your man's home. That means a black male dick. Be careful, the black male dick. I'm like, damn, like black as in black, male as in Willie C. Smith dick. I mean, you know.
All hearts and unicorn farts, everyone. One more round of applause for Virginia Diaz Harper. Virginia. And give it up for accents that I can't do. Most of us can't, right? Because then we sound like they're not going to let us do shows anymore.
I could get away with it.
Fun. Oh, yeah. Put your information in the chat so these people can book you and put you in shows.
Aw, well, I appreciate that, and I would love to be a part of your magic.
Thank you. We have a lot of fun here. There's a lot of faces that are here all the time, and they're like my family. They know it because I message them and say, this person did this and this person did that. And they're like, who do I need to beat up? So, yeah, you can come back anytime. You're welcome anytime.
I will shank a fool with my pen, with my words.
All right, on deck is Teresa. Teresa Campbell, I believe, is on deck. Our next comedian, one of our favorites from Camarillo, Texas, which is so cool because it just so happens. Well, I'm not going to ruin it. Please put your hands together for Alex Portillo.
Hey, everybody. My name is Alex Portillo, and I'm from Camarillo, California. So not Texas. Texas is our enemy. It's a rival. So even though half of us are moving to Texas to save money. Anyway, but I moved from Nebraska to spend more money, but I make more money, so it evens out. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, speaking of changing the weather, there's a change in the air. I feel it. It was sunny and 69 degrees today. Because winter's coming. Brr. California. So anyway, I still have family back in Nebraska where I'm originally from. And I was talking to my brother today, just talking about the holidays and stuff. And then he gets on my case because he's like my older brother. He gets on my case. He's like, I don't approve of what you're doing with your life. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, hey, I live in California. I can do whatever I want. I'm a free spirit. And I'm in California. I can do whatever I want as long as it's before 10 p.m. It's not at a bar. It's with the same people in my household. Did I say not a bar? Club, gym, restaurants. Oh, and Thanksgiving's canceled. Don't worry. It's canceled, but it's been replaced by Thanks Gavin after our dear governor, Gavin Newsom. Thanks, Gavin. Yeah, so he went to a birthday party. I didn't make up Thanks Gavin, somebody else did, but he went to a birthday party earlier this month, and he was just like, sorry. He tells people don't go to birthday parties. Like, oh, you went to a niece's birthday party. He's like, oh, sorry. But, I can't stay mad at him. He's a handsome guy. In fact, if they made a movie, I know exactly who they should play. have him play him. Bradley Cooper. See the resemblance? I don't know. So anyway, yeah. So California, you're free to do whatever you want. In some ways, if you want to be a free spirit and be like a total weirdo like me, California's perfect. But if you want to go out to restaurants and stuff, like I said before, not so much. But Ted Cruz, the guy from Texas, right? He likes to hate on California. He says, oh, Californians want to turn Texas into California. They want with their dyed hair and their tofu. Well, here you go, everybody who hates California and thinks, oh, we eat dye hair and eat tofu. This is what we do. This is my dinner, by the way. So, it's delicious. Back to you, Buck. I'm gonna finish my tofu.
Oh my God. Okay. Please put your hands together one more time for Alex Portillo. Woo! And me saying, oh my God, it's no reflection on you or your set. It's just kind of goofy to see you chomping on those big chunks of tofu.
I love you too, baby.
Hence the point, probably.
I went with the moment. I saw how
Good job. Good job, tech people. Look at that. That took like a second and they're on it. Okay, on deck is Miranda, because Teresa is not here, correct? Yeah. Our next comedian, he's from Omaha, Nebraska. What? That's where I'm from. Please put your hands together for Matthew Morse. Woo!
Woo! Hey guys.
Hi.
So yeah, this is my first time. I hope I don't disappoint you. So up until about 2 years ago, I'd never really lived with a pet before. I mean, our family had like fish and a hamster, but I mean, like, you play with them occasionally, or in the case of fish, you wave at it once in a while, but like, you leave for like 6 minutes or an hour, go do your own thing. You come back, it's there where you left it. It didn't go anywhere. That is not the case with, say, a cat or a dog. So essentially around the time I started dating my girlfriend, she had 2 cats, and I started getting used to living with 2 cats after a while. Then we moved in with each other, and it became 4 cats. That's when it started to get a little interesting. So one thing that I've come to learn with cats is that at some point, one of them is going to choose to sit on your lap. At that point, you have become the lucky chosen one. That is a high cat honor to bestow upon someone. But just like in Game of Thrones, this fate lies in the balance, namely how and if you choose to pet that cat. And believe me, they expect to be petted. If you pet them too much or too strong, you blew it, they leave. Don't pet them enough, you blew it again. They get bored and they walk off. You gotta find that sweet spot, right in between. They start to relax. It feels great. They start to purr. They start to close their eyes. And then eventually, boom, you blew it again. You got too close. They can't handle that affection. They start to walk away and leave. Oh well. And then there's the other thing. The litter box is in the bathroom, which, I mean, isn't terrible. It's just a little awkward on occasion. So there I am, brushing my teeth, getting ready for work, as one does. And in pops a cat. Now, there's that special moment. Our eyes lock. I'm standing there with my toothbrush in my mouth. The cat's standing there at an awkward angle. A steady patter of urine starts trickling out of it, and I can hear it splattering into the litter. Then he buries it and runs out of the room without even a goodbye. Next thing you know, it's time to take a bath. I mean, I love a good bath. They help me to relax. I get clean. I can read a book. It's perfect. In walks a cat. Now, I don't really know they're there yet. I can just hear the patter of their feet on the ground. That's when I see the fuzzy little twin-peaked ears coming over the porcelain edge, as well as a set of eyes looking in at me. They're cute. That's what cats do. And then she stands up on her hind legs and she starts slapping at the water. Then she gets tired and she walks away. Is that the alarm? Oh.
Yeah, you're going over. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm out.
It's okay. It was your first time. Please put your hands together one more time for Matthew Morse. Woo!
Yeah,
We
yeah,
just won't
yeah,
let
yeah,
you do
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
again. Yeah. There's a clock in the window. If you can look up and see it, if you're on gallery view.
Oh, I
It'll
wasn't on gallery
count
view.
the whole time. And I'm gonna say it again for everybody because there's a lot of new people tonight. But we stop you at 3. We do a lightning round. If you stay till the end, you'll do 1 more minute. You'll be randomly selected. And then that way, if you didn't get to finish, or if you had like a couple more up your sleeve you wanted to tell us, that'll be there. One more time for his first time. Woo! Yeah, awesome. You gotta start somewhere. We're pretty cozy. We're not too harsh. I don't think. Every now and then. Okay, on deck now is Ira Claiborne, our next comedian. We found her. She's from Omaha, Nebraska. She's been here before. I've seen her do some fun, silly things. You probably have too. Please put your hands together for Miranda.
Woo!
Hi. Hello. Brooke, thank you for changing my my laptop. I'm using one of Matthew's old laptops, so I was Matthew Morse for a while. There was 2 Matthew Morses. Thank you for having me. And yeah, one of the first ways I got interested in comedy was listening to Live from Here and listening to Tom Papa do his jokes. So in the style of Tom Papa, I thought about a joke that came up when my boyfriend and I were moving in together. I was taking some stuff from the patio, and I thought of my first Tom Papa-esque joke, which is, have you ever stumbled and or tripped while carrying wind chimes? I have. It's a great way to draw attention to your clumsiness in a very loud way. Another one I have in the style of Tom Papa is, have you ever had a kitten pounce on your butthole after you farted under a blanket? I have. So I really like to snooze in the morning. I am not a morning person at all. And I really thought about it. I feel like the snooze button is really like an exit interview for your dreams. You're not really sure if the little bit of sleep you get is really worth it, or that it's going to help anything in the long run, but it's kind of a way to get your feelings out. So it's just a chance for me to metaphorically sit down with Harry Potter and thank him for the sexy encounter that I had in the dream with him. And I say, Harry, you really know how to squish and flick. Great job, man. Great wand work. But in the end, I'm going to have to fantasize about someone else during the day because the woman who created you is transphobic and you remind me too much of my ex-boyfriend. Sorry. Speaking of my ex, I used to date this guy named Corey. He really did look like Harry Potter. Oh, God damn it. Tall and gangly, brown hair, glasses. He looked like Harry Potter so much that one of my friends asked him if he shaved his pubes in the shape of a lightning bolt. I wish he had. That would have actually been cool. Maybe we would have still been together, but that's actually all that I have. Thank you so much and have a good night.
Hey everybody, 2 comedians in a row from Omaha from the open mic that's actually in Omaha. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Yes, you are both welcome every single week. I put the list up on Saturdays. Pretty much all y'all are pretty good at finding it. Sometimes you need me to send it, and that's fine because it's in my phone. I sent it already, so it's right there. Oh, this has been fun. We're not done though. We're not done. I haven't even flipped my page yet. I'm almost gonna flip my page. On deck is Chino, our next comedian. She's fantastic. She's been my bad cop, but she's not bad. She's so nice. She's trying to be like, hey, but she's just so sweet. She comes from Badge, Ira. I don't know if you've ever been there before. I actually bought my plane ticket. I'm gonna head in there later. Please put your hands together for Ira Claiborne.
Hey everybody, that's Vajira. Vajira.
Vajira.
Clarify. Yep, you mispronounced that. That's okay. Here's a real queer crisis. I was gonna dress up like a bouncer tonight to look the part, but I ran out of white t-shirts. The motherfuckers get red. That's right. Casey, are the Hacketts, are you guys related? ADD question. No, not at all. Well, other Hackett says some shit about who's trying to pay, and I just wanted to inform everybody that in lesbian relationships, neither person actually wants to pay. I have a few things that I want to dispel for you guys, some myths. I don't actually think there was an apple in the Garden of Eden. I think it was carbs. I think it was motherfucking carbs. I think it was anything starchy, yum yum, crumb crumb, delicious. Trish, we need to link up because I think we could have a discourse here about this. I think Steve was tempted by carbs. I know I am. That's a keto joke, but y'all don't need to know. Rich people have costume parties because they have to make up problems for themselves to worry about. And I'll tell you this, Bloody Mary is motherfucking nothing more than some drunk ass soup. Ergo, gazpacho is sober soup. I just thought y'all needed to know that. Back to the carbs. Why the fuck do they taste so good? Like, why are they so motherfucking... Like, you don't have to work hard to make pasta taste good, y'all. You know how much I have to put my back into making cauliflower taste like anything? Anything. I can fuck with kale, you know, but it's the cauliflower. What the fuck? That's like the most neutral Nancy vegetable that was ever... why am I pissed off at cauliflower? I don't know. You know what I'm pissed off about is the difference between women's clothes and men's clothes, okay? So, like, think about men's clothes. They're so fucking comfortable. It's like simple choices, like shirts and pants, colors, like button down, short sleeve, long sleeve. That's it, right? They're like thicker and better quality in comparison to women's clothes, and they have pockets that can hold shit other than your thumbnail. Like female pockets, everybody makes that joke, but it's fucking true. Pockets in women's clothes, number one, are absent always, and number two are the size of Donald Trump's dick. Had to really fucking figure that one out. I'll help with the deductive reasoning. I guess that's pretty much all I'm gonna make it through. That's fine. XOXO, Black Lives Matter, and y'all been really great. And give it up for your host and Queen Natalie.
And Ira. Keep it going for Ira Claiborne.
Go.
You're managing your mental health during this pandemic. You're attending to your actual jobs, and you're still writing jokes. I am proud of you. Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. You are still breathing. You decided I'll do it one more day. You got dressed. You came here. Okay. On deck is Jessica, but Jessica, I don't know if we saw her, so it might be Nathan. Nathan might be on deck.
Beautiful.
But before them, one of our backline regulars, one of our favorites, he's fantastic. Please put your hands together for Chino De Leon.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Just a quick announcement. If anybody gets out of line, just know that Ira will fuck you up. That's it. Kick you right the fuck out. Now, I don't know. I want to talk to people. I want to talk to those people that don't know Monterey Jack about cheesy jokes. I would really wish those people would leave me provolone. I'm really getting fed up. I'm getting fed up, and I'm gonna end up turning into a monster. So that wouldn't be a good look. All right, definitely wouldn't be a good look. Right. I really want to try that shit for weeks, but I never remembered it. I guess I'll tell you a little quick story. Earlier this weekend, Oh, on the weekend, ex called me that one of her parents passed. And what's funny about her parents is that they were nudists, and I didn't find out till the day I met them. Yeah, so it was the best meatloaf I ever had, and the most awkward dinner I ever had too. Because her mom had really big breasts, and so I couldn't stop staring. I was an asshole. I was young too. But yeah, anyway, her father passed away, and she was telling me that her mother lost her shit because they put clothes on him. Yeah, which I understand. If they were like, that's like their religion. I mean, like, why would you put clothes on them? But then why would you have an open casket? You know. But I just pictured her mom just ripping the clothes out of the guy, her husband off the fucking casket and shit. But yeah, that was a little quick story. I did write some jokes about unemployment, but I know they're not going to work, so don't worry, I won't tell them. I wrote a great joke about monogamy, but I'm only going to tell my wife about it.
Come on.
I'm fucking loyal. I'm a loyal person, you know. I had to stop smoking Russian weed, man. It's like my favorite weed to smoke, but I really had to stop smoking it, man. Just because it kept putting me to sleep. I don't care what nobody does with their life, as long as y'all really do. And when you wake up every day, do it fucking happy. And if not happy, definitely do it stoned, because it's really no difference. I'm gonna give the rest of the time to the room. My name is Chino De Leon. Y'all have a fucking great week and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Thank you. I guess I have been kind of been thankful tonight because I keep telling you all that. I am very thankful for you.
Thank you.
For Chino, for Ira, for Natalie, for Mr. Matthew and Miranda and KJ and Arvin and Ian and oh gosh, y'all, Trish, duh. Erica and Casey and Alex. Yeah, and Tyler and Stephanie and Audra and this Nathan Cat. I don't even think I heard him yet, and I'm grateful. Okay, if you do eat a lot, just take deep breaths and try not to hurt your body. You need your body every day. Your liver knows that Thanksgiving is coming, so it's already getting ready. It's ready to take it on. Okay, that's nerdy. No one cares. I think Audra's on deck. Okay, our next comedian. I just briefly talked to him. He says that Southpaw's Sports on means TV.
Beautiful.
Southpaw's Sports on means TV. Check it out, I guess. Please put your hands together for Nathan Luft.
Thank you. So yeah, sports jokes. Some people get mad at athletes who are kneeling for the Star Spangled Banner. And I just want to ask them, like, okay, you love the anthem, I get that, but question, what does the word spangled mean? You know, like, because you might think that you know what that means, but then you realize, like, I have never used that word outside of the song title. That's never a word that comes up. And you can't trust titles, you know? Remember the movie Joker? That guy wasn't funny at all. You know? you don't know what words mean. But spangled actually means covered in small sparkling objects. So like it's basically a flag with glitter on it. Which is very funny. Like I don't think like the stand for the flag people would be so into it if it was like the flag looked like Liberace's costume. You know, because that's what it is. But at the end of the day, that's why I don't support the anthem. Because I don't ask people to stand when Despacito comes on because I don't know what that word means. Did you know, folks, that you can get a DUI on a bicycle? You can do this. Apparently, I am not the good citizen that I thought I was because I am doing that a lot. To me, you're too drunk on a bike when like you fall off the bike. Like that's the sobriety test. And then you're safe because you've fallen off the bike and can't operate it anymore. It's like it's wild. It's a crime, because there's so many activities that are more dangerous to do drunk, but like are just frowned upon and not illegal. Like tax preparer, veterinarian, pee-wee football coach. These are all frowned upon to be drunk doing, but they're worse than bicycling. The point is, a man in Florida got a DUI on a motorized wheelchair. This is true. Of course, it's happening in Florida. Of course. And I ask of this to you all: what do you think of when you think of the phrase "boys will be boys"? Terrible things, but I say this: we should rename it so that the true meaning of "boys will be boys" is a man in Florida drunk on a motorized wheelchair, right? Just doing donuts in like a Safeway parking lot. 10 seconds. Point is, if the crime is the same, if the crime is the exact same, driving, bicycle, all that, I am going back to cars. I'm driving a drunk on cars. Okay. I didn't get that in time. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Nathan and his thinking around the DUI situation. I mean, you could probably do a lot more damage. I don't make up the law. That's fun. I'm glad that you are here. It's fun to watch people smile. That's the coolest part. When I used to work lights at the Backline, I would just sometimes I'd be watching the comedians, but a lot of times I just watch the crowd and just watch them laugh, watch them smile. I'm watching you laugh, people. It's fun. Happy looks good on you. Yeah, I meant it. Yeah, I could see it. Oh. Okay. On deck now, Alejandra, maybe Arvin. Probably Arvin. Right now, from Cape Girardeau. Also, she used to live kind of down. She went to high school 3 blocks away from me, pretty much. She's from Omaha too. Please put your hands together for Audra Novak.
Hello. Yeah, hello. So if my cat was a human male, he would have tried to kill me already. That's the level of, oh gosh, here he comes. Okay, so that's the level of obsessiveness I'm dealing with. I thought that, come on, Mojo, seriously, let's just do this. I thought that by giving him my hoodie string to gently tug on, I could get him to be quiet enough to be off mute. And no, that didn't work. He was chewing directly into my mic. Cool. So I swear to God, I've seen him snooze my alarm clock. He sits on my keys and hides them from me. The amount of times he gets in between me and any other person to just swat at them is too much, man. I also want to point out really fast that you can also get a DUI on a horse, even if your horse is not drunk. Which doesn't seem fair because the horse knows the way to go, I assume, probably. I haven't talked to a horse lately, but yeah, DUIs just makes me think of Omaha, right? I think your first one's free in Nebraska. If anyone needs a DUI lawyer, I've got one who has a Novak Friends and Family special. The other 3 members of my immediate family were all picked up by the same cop at a Nebraska football game for open containers. Yeah. So my grandpa turned 101 this August.
Woo!
Yeah, thank you for the woo. My mom is adopted, so I've got none of those genes. But hey, grandma had Alzheimer's, so you win some, you lose some, right? So he's not doing good. He's been stuck inside since March, and he keeps saying, I can't believe my last year is like this. But for the past 10 years, he's been ending every phone call with, why won't Jesus take me? He's taken everyone else. Why won't he take me? And maybe you missed your stop. Gonna miss this Thanksgiving. I am sad, Brooke, that I am not on the road right now to meet you in person, but next year in Nebraska, can we get a fuck Pete Ricketts?
Yes. Fuck Pete
Yes.
Ricketts.
Can I have one more fuck Don Klein just to make me feel at home?
Fuck Doug Klein.
Fuck
Fuck him.
yes. Yes. And with that 6 seconds, enjoy. Thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you. Keep it going for Audra. She's hilarious. If you do a show, you should have her on it. Just saying, she's really funny. Y'all are really funny. Y'all just keep scratching each other's backs. We're gonna make the world a better place in no time. At least it'll be laughing as it all burns down. Yeah, we don't need to talk about news. We're just gonna keep making jokes, okay? It looks like Phyllis. So Phyllis was telling me they were having internet problems, and then she thought she got it fixed, but it was still kind of up and down. I don't see her either. So that means Stephanie, you are on deck. Our next comedian, he comes from a funny story about a sperm and an egg. He's also from Pittsburgh and wants me to promote. That's it. Well, Phyllis wanted me to promote peace. So we're going to promote some peace. Please put your hands together for the fabulous Arvin Clay. Woo!
Thank you, everybody. I had kind of a weird weekend. I actually I had to go to a wake. It was for my 45th year, and it's really strange turning 46 in November, like this particular November, because with everything going on right now, I'm afraid that my birthday is going to be contested and I'm going to be stuck at 45 again. It actually terrifies me. Fuck, that sucked. So couple of things you should know about me. What's said about guys like me, I should say, is once you go Arvin, you are always thirsty and starving. If you don't want to split the bill, I think I should always have to pay. I don't know, that's just me. Another thing you should know, I have a plant-based diet. It's mostly marijuana. That's for me. Something else. I don't like moderates at all. I don't like moderates. At least with the far right, they're gonna suck in a pro-life, pro-gun, anti-mask sort of way. With moderates, you can't be sure of how much they're going to suck. Are they going to be in support of Black Lives Matter, but still think the police have a tough job? They vote for Trump even though they think he's kind of a crappy person. Are they the type that believe in their heart of hearts that the Star Wars prequels weren't all that bad? You just never know with these people. Wow, I can't tell if it's a really tough room or just everybody is muted. I mean, it doesn't matter because I don't think anyone was laughing, so it really doesn't matter like all that much. But what the fuck? Let's see. I work in essential retail, and something that I see all the time is people storming out of the store, ripping their masks off, and going on their merry way. And I actually have a theory around that because it's usually like angry older dudes that are ripping it off and going out the store. I think that the mask actually holds in all of their small dick energy. And the only way to actually let it go is rip it right off of their face like that. Hey, I have nothing else interesting to say, but I will leave you on this. Just Black Lives Matter. Let's take care of every single one of us out here and not just the ones that look like your friends, okay? Peace.
Yeah. Thank you, Arvin. I thought you were hilarious. I did. I remember laughing at a few parts, and then we're all just listening. It's been a long. We're in our second hour almost done with our second hour. Everyone just shake it out a little bit, twist it, move your head around. be alive. Shake, shake, shake your just a reminder, we've got a timer up in Natalie's spot. So if it's your turn, you're going to have to hit gallery view and then you can see everybody. We do 3-minute sets. We keep it really tight so we can have 40 and then do a bonus round. If more than 8 people go over, we will not have a bonus round. I think we've only had 1 so far. So we're doing good. We're doing really good. And that's awesome with so many new people. The chat's been okay. It hasn't gotten overwhelming. So I think we're doing fine. I think we're having a fantastic night, but we'll find out tomorrow, right? Just kidding. We're doing good. All right. So on deck now is Ian Ryland Smith, our next comedian. She came from her mom and her dad, but also, I was going to say Wisconsin, but it's not. It's Waconisco, Pennsylvania. Yeah. And she says to help promote and just tell everyone about transgender acceptance. Okay. Totally and perfectly normal to accept things that you're not used to because that's okay. Yeah. Everybody is them. And just because they are not like you doesn't mean that you don't get to treat them like you would anyone else. I don't know if that's the best way to say that, but anywho, she's fantastic. She does a lot of work like that to help spread the word for the acceptance. So she's much better at it than me. Please put your hands together for Stephanie Fritsch.
Brooke, thanks for giving me some time tonight, especially during this time of the year. I'm gonna hopefully I don't assault you with a lot of humor, but I'll try to pepper you. Normally I went to the store today, and everyone's starting to hoard toilet paper. But then I looked at this one, and it's just it says, oh, this is Scott, right? Scott dishes. It says Comfort Plus. Is Scott really comfortable? I don't know. And then it also says, is Scott really strong? No, because he always when the shit hits the fan, he always breaks apart in the toilet. So I don't think he's really that strong, right? so that's and just during this time of the year, we're all going to eat a lot of food, right? So I'm desperately seeking my corn muffin top. So and finally, I've been pushing for 4 years ever since I got on CNN challenging Mike Pence to throw the crap out. So today, I decided to get an orange shovel to shovel the shit out of the White House. So this is my orange shovel to get him out. We don't need him. It's orange, so people use the most kinkiest trade ever in my mind is the construction trade. Guys really like to drill things, don't they? Especially with these.
Nice.
So that okay, it's only all right, so good. Remember, just use hand sanitizer. Remember to wear your mask. But you know what? I'd hate to be a banker nowadays because every time someone comes into their bank, they're wearing a mask. They don't know who's gonna stick them up, right? I don't know. Everyone's wearing a mask. What if I say stick them up at the bank? They're like, yeah, right. It's just COVID time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So and I when I transitioned, I'm just chilling tonight, just totally for sure, for real. Oh my God. And when I started my new comedy career over this pandemic, my boobs are budding like 420, especially with this new comedy scene going on with me. A trans woman, I'm budding to a hot mess. And that's it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Stephanie. You bring a lot of silly, a lot of joy to the world. I'm glad that you're alive. Glad you're here. I love how there's so many people that are all different. We're all from different places. We all have different kind of faces. Some have hair, some don't. Some have a couple different colors in their hair. We're gonna have fun. We're not even done. We're not done yet. And I think this last part's gonna go really fast. So just be where you're at, enjoy where you're at right now. Cool. Try not to think about anything else. We're just gonna be here for a little bit. Okay, on deck is Casey Hackett. Our next comedian comes from Area 51. He makes musical intros like the one you hear tonight. He is for hire. He's so funny. He's been working hard this quarantine and it is paying off. He's crushing it all over the place. Please put your hands together for Ian Ryland Smith.
Yes, thank you. And the for hire part means you have to pay me for my work, Brooke.
Are you?
I don't know. Trish paid. Joe Gorman paid. It's okay. Anyway, on to jokes now. So South Dakota is one of the worst places in the entire world for coronavirus. You know, they're counting Africa in that. You know, there's parents in Africa telling their kids, "Hey, you better wear a mask. There's kids in South Dakota dying of COVID." And I think other than the deaths up by the hundreds, the revelation at just how stupid people in my state are, and also the failure of our state government to respond appropriately, I'd say probably the worst thing to come out of this is finding out that our governor really isn't that hot. You know, she had a photo of her taken from behind, violating a mask policy at the university, and her ass is concave. And I think it got that way because she just sits on her hands all day. Doesn't do anything. And she's out to prove that government doesn't work by becoming the government and not working. Yeah. And she has this to say about weed. She says, "I'm going to continue to trust South Dakotans to make wise and well-informed decisions for themselves and their families. I'm also asking that we all show respect and understanding to those who make choices we may not agree with." Oh, wait, no, she said that about masks. Yeah. Early on, she said about 70% of South Dakotans were going to get coronavirus, and I thought that was a warning, but I think she thinks it's a goal. Yeah, it's her goal. Anyway, here's a quick one-liner. How does RuPaul fuel his drag race? With fracking. That's how it's so earth-shattering. Get it? Fracking. He fracks. He does fracking. He owns fracking. Like actual literal fracking. Like that's how people get gasoline out of the ground sometimes. I'm being very literal. Okay, that's it for me. I'm Ian Ryland Smith.
Please put your hands together one more time for Ian Ryland Smith. No? Okay. What a frack. What a frack. That's drilling into the ground, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be at Anarchy probably. Yeah? You're going to be in Anarchy on Friday?
Yeah, probably.
Buddy, come.
All right. Am I supposed to look at something?
Am I being downvoted?
Okay, I don't know. I don't
Rolled
know.
into the
I
earth.
know that on deck it might be Scott. It also might be Alicia, but it might be Nicole or Nick because of how our room is looking right now. So we're just gonna, like I said earlier, be right where we're at. So our next comedian is from Alexandria, Virginia. If your Thanksgiving looks quieter this year and you'd like to hang out, she has a trivia game, the show that she hosts. and I have yet to do. I'm not very good at trivia unless it's like about really weird stuff. I might know the answers. Really weird stuff. But that sounds really awesome. Thank you for inviting everyone. Please put your hands together for Casey Hackett.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. Make some noise if you have watched or are watching the Queen's Gambit.
Woo! Woo!
All right. You know how that is the most 2020 show, and they had to release it in November. We are so starved for sports that they released a show about people playing chess, and everyone's like, oh yeah, this is the story I needed at the end of the year. Come from behind, you can do it. I like that show though. I think my reasons are a little skewed. I'm a big fan of that show because it's on Netflix, because fuck Hulu. Not a fan of Hulu. They've got ads, and those ads are just too personal, you know? Like, they don't need to be that personal. They can hurt. I was watching one, I was watching some show, an ad came on, and it said, this holiday season, treat yourself to some lingerie. Like, all right. It's like, even if you're the only one who sees it. Okay. Like, I get it. I'm watching the Golden Girls for the 5th time. Like, I know, but plenty of people see me in lingerie, okay? I don't need you making those judgments. People see me in lingerie all the time. I never close my blinds. But like Brooke said, my Thanksgiving's going to be quiet. I'll be hosting trivia. I'm staying here. I'm not traveling. And I'm really excited about that because, guys, my last Thanksgiving, I traveled. I went to a friend's parents' house. It's always the worst. You know, they always tell you, you walk in the door and they say, make yourself at home. They don't mean make yourself at home. None of us are at home. We are all wearing bras with underwire and are expected to keep them on all dinner. All right. None of us are making ourselves at home. You might as well say, make yourself in for like a kind of awkward long job interview. Like that is the vibe every time we go to someone's house for Thanksgiving, right? You know, if I were to make myself at home, first of all, I'd unfuck the toilet paper situation that they have going on in the bathroom. They were a sheet under sort of toilet paper roll family. I know. What kind of animals are they? We all know you got to come from the top. That's the only way to have your toilet paper roll. But really, let's see, 20 seconds. What I do is I travel with water bottles in my purse because the kids at the kids table find Where's Waldo way before I can find a fucking water glass in the cabinet. So I just travel with all my own water so I cannot impose, and that's my time. Thank you guys.
Woo, 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 woo. Casey Hackett, everyone, Distantly Social. Check out her trivia game show on Thanksgiving or any other time during the week when she has it. And you can join it and have fun. Yeah. But don't get too rowdy, right? She'll lay down the law. Gotta lay down the law. Can't let just people do whatever they want. That would be anarchy. That would be anarchy. Oh wait, that's the mic. Oh. And our anarchy is social change and being accountable and being good. That kind of anarchy. Anywho, let's see what's going on. Still no Scotty. Oh, but we have Nicole. Do we have Alicia? No. So that means Nicole is next from Hawaii. She has a book. You need to check out her book. It's called Pigs in a Blanket. She is on Instagram. Something about it's not a bunch of pictures of dicks. Please put your hands together for Nicole Boner.
Yeah.
Woo! You're muted.
Muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey guys. So I probably should have taken care of my eyebrows before I showed up today. Because like anytime I FaceTime my mom, she always makes comments about my eyebrows. But I think it's a step up because when I was a kid, I asked her what stout meant as I was singing like I'm a little teapot. And she literally turned around to me and she's like, fat like you. And I'm like, that's really fucked up because coming from an Italian family, like, you know, when old people have those pill boxes where they put all their medication in because they're slowly killing themselves from all the shit they're putting in their bodies, you know, they fill theirs with Italian bread and dried salami. So I don't know who the fuck they're talking to. So I moved to Hawaii from New York 3 years ago. And people think you just move here to sit on the beach and you have guys like covering their dicks with tea leaves, jizzing in your pina coladas, you know, all day long. But you know what? I moved to Hawaii because too many people jizzed in me. And while half of you are cringing at the thought of that, the other half of you are jerking off while I verbally describe my self-proclaimed porno movie. And the title of that is The Staten Island Dump, The Story of My Vagina. So I moved to Hawaii and just picture it, you know, Staten Island, 2017, a young peasant girl. Hang on, I'm a little drunk. I apologize. Throws her hands up in the air. She waves them around like she just doesn't care because her father just died. And this is the same man who called her a whore before she, you know, because she had sex before she got married. Well, when he died, I spit on his urn by allowing an Albanian body shop owner to spit on my vagina and come inside of me. And you know what? He was dating someone who was actually physically married to someone still for the green card. He was dating an older woman for financial stability, and I was the fun one. And if you can guess, I was the fun one filled with cum. And with that being said, daddy issues are the aphrodisiac for fuck boys. And that's that doesn't say much for me, does it? And if you ever watched an episode of The Golden Girls, you know that my storytelling style is very similar to the main character, Sophia. And I used to mock people that used to like say, I'm this character from this TV show, but I feel like I can say it because I'm a little bit of every character. You know, if Sophia was still alive, she'd be typing out mile-long text messages. Blanche would have an OnlyFans account. Rose wouldn't be able to solve a simple math problem, and Dorothy would still sound and look like a man every morning. So, with that being said, that's all I've got for today. This is my book, Pig in a Blanket, a story about a dude with an uncircumcised dick who cheated on me. I just show you some stuff in here, but it is available on Etsy, not pictures of boners, sorry. Because my old Instagram account used to get flooded with dudes that used to send me dick pics. You can find me on Instagram, not pictures of boners, Nicole Boner. And yeah, keep in touch. It's been fun, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Such a different experience. Okay, so Nicole came to Anarchy and there was no picture. Like it just said Nicole Boner. So I was
a gray box.
Her in any way, shape, or form. And I guess kind of like that, but
the jig is up, the mystery's over.
Uh-huh. There's probably a lot more to be revealed, I'm sure. I keep learning more about all of these fun folks every day. Okay. I think we're getting towards our end. We got our power four. Unless a few people that weren't here kind of show up, but yeah, we're excited. We got the light in the window. We got a bonus round coming up. It'll be one more minute. You'll get randomly selected. If you're in, let us know. Pretty much by having your video on and all that is how we know. On deck now is Erica Schwarzkopf, our next comedian. He comes from Chicago. He's fantastic. He's been coming here since April, I think it was. He has an open mic on Wednesdays. Logan Expats open mic. It's all arts. So if you know like a DJ or a poet, they are welcome to share their craft there too. Please put your hands together right now for Nick Lindemann. Woo!
Hello, Nick Lindemann. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. It's been weird. We're back on lockdown in Chicago. It's been kind of rough. I haven't had a haircut in months and months and months. I know I look fantastic right now, but that's all just camera trickery. I walk around most days looking a little too much like Coach Steve from Big Mouth for my liking, to be perfectly honest. But hey, I'm gonna roll out the year without getting a haircut. We'll see how it goes. So since time's a flat circle, I'm going to tell you a story about the start of the pandemic as if it was shit that happened years and years and years ago, because let's be honest, it feels like years and years and years ago. So during the first great toilet paper and paper towel shortage, you all remember, it's just a little while ago, everyone went crazy. Chicago, it was a good 2-3 weeks where you could not find it on the shelves at all. And so then going through it, and I had a first date. It was actually a date with someone I had had a Tinder date with the year previously that she had forgotten entirely about, which I said, hey, let's see what happens. And so we decided to go to the grocery store to get some food to cook. And I say, hey, let me try and get just to see. It's like I haven't even seen a roll of paper towels on the shelves in weeks. And oh my God, there's 3 rolls there. I wouldn't normally buy paper towels on a first date, but let's be honest, I wouldn't normally go to the grocery store on a first date either, because this year's been fucking weird. And on the way home, had stopped on the street, approached aggressively by a stranger. He's like, hey, where did you find those paper towels? I've never been more scared to be on the street in my entire life. I've lived in the city a long time. At that moment, I had drugs and money on me, large amounts of cash, and I was more concerned than I ever have been walking on the street with 2 rolls of Bounty under my arm. It's been a weird year. There's not even a punchline for that. That's where I am with my joke writing right now. So I've got a minute left. How about some stuff you've heard a whole bunch already? Not that one though. So bangs and goatees, I feel, are often the same thing. You know, more often than not, that's just someone saying, hey, you know what? This is all the effort I'm going to put in my personality for the next little bit. You know, having a rough time. Want to check back in maybe 6, maybe 12 weeks. Maybe I'll be doing better. I'm Nick Lindemann. That's been my time. I'm going to give a little bit back to the room. Thank you very much.
Woo!
Nick Lindemann, Logan Nick Spats open mic. That's tomorrow. You know, if you wanted, you could kind of hook up with all these people. We could hang out every damn day. Every damn day. You could watch their live stream, listen to their podcast, go to their show, come to their show, go to her show. It's pretty cool, actually. You know, everyone's like, oh, 2020 is the worst, but like, I wouldn't have known you. Like, some of you I knew, but most of you I never would have even met. So that's kind of a big deal to me. That's a real big deal to me. All right. Okay. Focus. Just feeling the love for some reason. Okay. On deck now is Tyler. Oh, cool. Our next comedian. She is from Honolulu. She is my co-host on Friday nights of the Anarchy Open Mic. If you haven't came, it's a fun time. We do 5-minute sets. We do a bonus round. We play little Hawaiian music. I drink out of a coconut. Good vibes. 1 rule. Don't be a dick. Yeah. Just don't be one. You can have one. Just don't be one. Yeah. Please put your hands together right now for Erica Schwartzka.
Thank you. Aloha, everybody. Yeah. So, welcome to Hawaii, white girl. It's the only state in the nation where you can suffer from racism and white privilege at the same time. And sometimes in the same sentence. Howdy, girl. You'll never be local. Can borrow some money. We're related. Say hi to Leilani. Okay, so I got here on time. I finally dialed into the new daylight savings that you people are on. I'm good now. I'm good. Hawaii doesn't have daylight savings. It's too expensive. We can't. Anybody out there that works at home, works out of home?
Yeah.
Works out or works?
Who besides me wears the same pair of comfortable shorts every day for home office every single day so that you can barely get them in the laundry? Yeah. No other shorts work except for the one. Same thing with the 1 pair of underwear. So I haven't had to do much laundry except for the top. The top. Yeah, it's fine. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Everybody says, what's your Thanksgiving plans? If by Thanksgiving plans, you mean me eating whatever food I want by myself, then yes. And my Thanksgiving clothing will be optional. Masturbating will be encouraged. You might just masturbate while we're eating the Thanksgiving dinner. Why not? No problem. There will be inappropriate comments and inside jokes. Yeah. Or to my People stop me on the street and start speaking Swedish, okay? I'm so white, my mom lives in a retirement community called the Mayflower, and that's not a joke, that's the truth. Did I get my stimulus check? Look at me. They don't want me coming down there. And thank you very much from Hawaii. Give it up for Brooke. Aloha.
Woo! Keep it going for Erica Schwarzkopf. Woo! She's a fun lady to host with too. We have a lot of fun. We get pretty silly. It's like all the single comedians or something just come out on Friday nights and we all just hang out and low-key hit on each other the whole time. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, right, Arvin? It was his birthday. That's all I want to say. It was his birthday. Okay, on deck is Annalise Wright. I bet she'll pop in. She sometimes watches the live stream and tries to get her kids to bed. But if she jumps in during lightning round, she'll get a 3-minute. I'm too nice. It's fine though. She comes all the time. If you come all the time and you're on time and you're fantastic, you're gonna get perks. You're gonna get perks. This guy, he did his first ever open mic here, and he's like, "This is the coolest thing in the world," and he keeps coming back, and we're loving it. Please put your hands together. Oh wait, he has a podcast, and I was gonna write down what it was called, but maybe I'll figure it out and I'll say it when he's done. Please put your hands together for Tyler Weisler. Woo!
Thank you, Brooke. COVID aside, I really do love this time of year. I love the holidays. It's really the only time of the year where excess is not only appreciated, it's encouraged. Going up to the family plate or going up to the family spread and being like, "Oh, is this my 8th helping of mashed potatoes and gravy? I'm sorry, Grandma. I was just trying to get in the holiday spirit." Or going to the store and seeing that final purchase for Black Friday, $857.86. It's a lot less than I spent last year. And childhood is the best time for the holidays, isn't it? Because you're not responsible for anything. Any presents you get for anybody, you have no idea what the hell you got them. It was all bought by your parents. You just have to be good for like 3/4 of the year and you're set. And I got to tell you guys, there's nothing that says excess for the holidays like being an only child. That's why it was so great when my parents decided to fuck and then not get married. I had 2 Christmases, I had 2 Thanksgivings. I thought I was the best kid in the world because if I didn't get something from my mom, I sure as shit was going to get it from my dad. I never learned the idea of resentment and hatred until I had siblings. So I guess that's why I blame my parents for my anger issues. I was good enough. I should have been the only one. You didn't have to go and marry some other people and procreate, producing ugly offspring known as my brothers and sisters. The best time of the holidays was when my dad was single, because if he was dating, he had a girlfriend at the time, I would bleed that woman dry of her bank account. I guilt gifted so many women that I probably am going to hell. Oh, that's great, Amber. Listen, if you want to keep fucking my dad, Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory came out on Friday, and I need you to get that for me ASAP. It's great.
I never realized until now that extortion as a child is the best. That's all I got, guys. I'm Tyler.
Woo! 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 Yeah, okay. Please put your hands together for Tyler. Woo! Yeah, there's like, I feel like with the holidays, we just have gold. Like we have gold in our pockets, and that gold was our family. And it seemed crazy when we were going through it, but now it's like gold, right? Gold. Awesome. All right, I'm looking around the room, and Annalise is not here at the moment, so we are gonna start our lightning round. You could get spotlit like right now, or like right now. It's very random. That's the fun part, is watching people's faces when they get spotlit, because they're like, oh, that's me. It's my turn right now.
So I'm going to be 29 in a couple of months. I will be at the age my mom was when she had me. Same feeling I got when my dad was 22 when he had me and I turned 22. And I will never have kids of my own. Let me tell you why that makes me better than any parent. Listen. You know how we tell kids, you're the light of my life, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Well, that's to encourage them and whatnot, and bring them happiness, which is essential for a child. But it's also so that they never figure out how much they fucked up your life. Me personally, I don't have it in me to lie to a child like that. Boom. All right, that's all I got. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay.
All right. So another one of the good things about being the product of a single parent household is the fact that my dad would use me as bait. So anytime that we were out in the grocery store, or out and about around town, and he saw somebody he liked, he would basically hand me a $5 bill and say, "You know what to do." And I would literally run up to this woman, whoever she was, and I would say, "Excuse me, you happen to look like my mom. Do you know my mom? Do you know who she is?" And then my dad would come running up, and he would lay some of his game on her. And if it worked out and she took the bait, I got an additional $5. And then if he ended up marrying her, I got a stepmom.
So, a phrase I'm not a big fan of is finding your bliss. Specifically, when people talk about it in conjunction with your job, like you should find a job that sparks your bliss. No, that's terrible advice. You should find a job that sparks your rent. What a job's for. 'Cause that's what a job is. Something you got to do every day, all the time, when your back hurts, or you're hungover, or you've been fighting with your spouse or significant other, till eventually, where you used to find your bliss is just fucking work. Furthermore, there's a lot of gross things out there that need doing. There's a lot of jobs that no one should really find their bliss doing. For instance, proctologist. Now I gotta start looking for a proctologist. The last thing I want midway through the exam is to look over my shoulder and find out the doc keeps their bliss 2 knuckles deep. No, thank you. The doctor didn't study hard enough for their MCATs like everyone else. Good night.
Woo!
Hello. I don't, this isn't really a joke, just an observation, but you really don't want to end your job without having a new one lined up. But relationships are just the opposites, unless you are in a non-monogamous situation. Does Shakira refer to her bodyguard as Shakirity? My boyfriend came out wearing a black tank top, and he referred to it as a wife beater, and I said that wife beaters are usually white, aren't they? I think we can all agree it's kind of a gray area. Yeah, that's all I got.
Woo, 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 woo.
Oh, Nick was talking about toilet paper sales in Chicago earlier in the pandemic, and I was really,
reassured about humanity back in March, because I was in a grocery store. Jewel is the grocery store chain here. It's like Hy-Vee everywhere else. And there was like 3 packages of lavender scented toilet paper still on the shelves. There wasn't toilet paper for 5 miles in any direction, but people still left that crappy, weird lavender scented stuff on the shelves. And I thought that was really a really good sign. Also, does anybody else think it's weird that the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation sells chocolate bars to raise money?
Oh, geez.
It does in Omaha. That's all I got.
Woo, 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 woo. Annalise Wright with her 3-minute set, everybody.
Woo! Thank you so much, Brooke, for accommodating me. My youngest was deciding to have a screaming fit for no apparent reason, mainly because it's 10 o'clock at night. So anyway, this pandemic has had 3 seasons since it started: spring, summer, fall, democracy. It's gone on way too freaking long. I hope y'all are doing well during this current wave of lockdowns. Right now, my life is a trapper keeper. That means I'm trapped with my kids and I have to keep them, even if they're freaking shrieking in my face like tonight. God. Since we have been stuck at home, I've tried cleaning my carpets. Nothing works. I asked a friend what to do, and she asked if I considered removing the children. I said, if only. My kids are exhausting, so most nights I don't go to bed. I just pass out in random locations around the house.
Oh, never mind. I'm putting it back on her. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Okay.
When I'm tired, like tonight, my kids were saying, "I'm thirsty, Mom. Mom, I'm thirsty." That just meant they didn't want to go to bed. It's the worst thirst trap ever. So my kids have always been thirsty. As babies, they love nursing. Nursing was great. It made me into a lingerie model. I went from A cups and clothes to D cups and half naked. Unfortunately, my babies had a strong sucking reflex, which meant I got hickeys.
Ooh.
Which was pretty embarrassing at work. So now my kids are into art. Yesterday, while I was working on a deadline, they created a piece called "Bomb Went Off in the Living Room." I call it "Go to Your Rooms Now." So I'm actually a fan of art, though. Michael Jackson's face was my favorite piece of modern art. It was expensive. It used cutting edge techniques, and it turned out quite abstract. People make fun of Michael Jackson, but he was actually a very smart man. That's because he did all of his dirty deeds and then died before the Me Too movement came along. Bill Cosby's a little jealous. All right, that's all for me. Thank you so much, Brooke. I appreciate you for fitting me in. Sorry about that.
Annalise Wright from Omaha, making waves all over the internet. Now back to our lightning round.
Thanksgiving. It's a weird Thanksgiving this year because a lot of us aren't gonna go back to our families. And I know a lot of people who have like really terrible relationships with their parents, so it's kind of a relief. I actually had a pretty bad relationship with my dad growing up, but it changed completely when I became an adult. And it really just took 3 words. He killed himself. And immediately everything was so much better. Too dark, or he's had so many death jokes. Fuck. No, fuck it. You know what? Give my time back to the room. Have take care of everybody. Black Lives Matter.
Linen is just formal adult pajamas. Why do we fucking kid ourselves of anything else? You know, other than being a man's name, Ira means anger in Spanish. No one's surprised. No one. I'm getting older and I know that because my level of carpal tunnel intervention as a lesbian has escalated from dollar store to Walmart to Walgreens.
Whoa!
Concern. So ring the alarm because ouch. Which isn't good for anything really if you're a leslie. No one okay. All right. So yep, know your audience, I guess, in the room. Read the room. We'll just sit in it.
Oh, hey, so I'm kind of glad we are locking down again. I saw the other day, I was walking outside the grocery store and there was a dog food truck. Not a dog food truck, but a dog food truck. Hot dog food. My dog literally just ate cat shit off the sidewalk. And most food trucks serve hot dog food for $10, but this one is just fucking owning it. And so there's a lot of unemployment right now. And so there's one individual I would like to put back to work because of this. And that is the groundhog. You know, we can all check the weather. Every 6 weeks, the groundhog needs to pop his head out, look around for that bullshit and say, too bougie, everyone go back inside and think about it.
Say something.
Oh, my spotlighted? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm not a fan of fear. I feel like most people's fear is just a marketing scheme so Big Pharma can sell us more Xanax. Like it's real if you believe in it. Like the Easter Bunny or staying just friends with an ex. It's the hype. It's all in the name sometimes. Like, okay, for example, murder hornets. Terrifying, right? But let's say murder wasps. All I can picture is a high-strung, undersexed sociopath from Connecticut with old money and a bone to pick with your manager. 3, 2, 1, boom. Next.
Hey, I'm kind of glad that everything's shut down. I mean, I don't mind it, I guess you could say. And this is why. I used to have people come from all over to visit me in California. And one of the things they want to do, especially if they're like around my age, is like, oh, let's go clubbing, let's go to bars, you know? And like, oh, he lived close enough to Los Angeles. Let's drive an hour to LA, go to a club in Hollywood and drive back and stuff. And, you know, they'd be like, I'd just be at the club. I'm a wet blanket. And this is how much of a wet blanket I am. So the like DJ was like the last call. You have to leave in 10 minutes. Do anybody want to go home? Everybody was like, no. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great.
Yes.
And then some guy was gonna pour some beer, vodka down my throat. And I was like, no, I gotta drive. Sorry, I gotta drive all the way to Cambridge. Sorry, not happening.
Ira!
You did.
Happened again. Okay. COVID-19, I thought he was 30. I don't get sick, which is nice. But I do get cuck colds. I don't really like wearing a mask. People treat me different like they do. It's probably because I'm really, really pretty, you know? So then when I have a mask on, I just get treated like a regular, you know? Like I don't get a $20 bill handed to me when someone accidentally nudges me in the aisle. I don't get donuts given to me when I accidentally get pulled over. Sorry, that's too much privilege. That's way too much privilege. Sorry about that. You're muted.
Alrighty, so I work at a apparel company and I have to call tax agencies sometime. The lady I called on today, like I don't know if she just got done smoking like the biggest ball ever, but she was like really loose with her information because I was I asked for a company's tax number, and usually other agencies are like, I'm not going to give you that. I don't even have proof that you work for this company. This lady was like, here's the number for this company. Here's the number for this company. I was like, you are so helpful right now. You know what? What are you wearing right now? Ooh, that sounds cute. By the way, what are you doing tonight? You know what'd be fun? What's your credit card number? That's all I got.
Oh goodness. Let's see. I like dressing exotically, obviously, but I've been finding out lately that two sarongs don't make a right. I like Paisley so much that I Googled for Paisley and I got mad when I saw Brad Paisley.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm from East Tennessee, so those are fighting words. That's okay. Let's see. I struggle dating, but I really feel bad for archaeologists because I can never date something I dug out of the ground. Well, you know, having a beard this long is like faking chest hair. It worked better when it was longer.
Hello, me again. Since we're talking about bounty, the biggest slut in the paper towel like family is bounty because it's a quicker picker upper. You know, you just pick it up. It's so easy. Thank God. Thank God Halloween is finally over. I can finally put my skeletons back in my closet. Thank God. Remember, incense is best, especially when you share it with your family.
Okay.
Oh, me again. I didn't think I'd get a second go round.
Yeah, you get a minute.
Yay. Okay, so as y'all probably know, my post-divorce hobby is comedy. And I like it because comedians are weird. We actually want weird things to happen to our friends and family so we can talk about it on stage. I want my friends to get so high they put on a gorilla mask, drive down to the grocery store, and get arrested for masturbating in the parking lot. That is what I want because I want to talk about it. I have less friends now though, so bad on me. I'll leave you with this. What do you call somebody who's really, really into Stephen Hawking right now? A necrophiliac. All right, thank you guys.
All right. KJ said earlier that if sexuality was a choice, then there would be no straight women, and she's only half right on that. If sexuality were a choice, there'd be no straight people at all. Incels would disappear overnight, as their sick needs to harass women would be eliminated if they can just suck each other's dicks.
Woo!
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Go down, bro. It's like, oh, man. Women won't fuck me. I don't know what's wrong with them. It's like, it's okay, bro. I could suck your dick. Like, you know what? That's really cool of you, bro. I think I'll suck your dick too. And they do the incel 69. I don't know if that's a 66, but I think it's still a 69. I believe in equality. Yeah. So it's still 69. Yeah.
Give it up for all of those comedians that you have seen this evening. Wow. That fantastic song we had at the beginning, and the bouncer, the trouncer, trouncer, and then our on the tech, and then me, and then you for viewing. Thank you so much. We're here every Tuesday. The signups drop on Saturdays. Just look for it, sign your name up, have a fun time with us. We do it